Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the very first ever episode of Boyz and Ivy Cubs podcast with me and my co-host, my son, the Cubs junior broadcast winner, Parker Park Chop Mead. How you doing, my bud?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. We're each time we're going to try to bring you a Cubs episode, whether there's a game, whether there's some news, some player news, anything like that. So we'll try to bring you that coverage throughout on this show. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. So first, we want to welcome you to the Boyz and Ivy. Here's our logo. Check it out. It's pretty sweet. We designed it today and it turned out really good. So hope you guys like that. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with the show. We are gonna recap our big weekend, and our big weekend was the 2025 Cubs convention where we went up to Chicago. We went up on Thursday night and we stayed there. We checked into the hotel because we were going to go to the Northwestern basketball game that night, and they played Maryland and they won on a buzzer beater. How'd you like Northwestern?
It was pretty cool. Those fans, there was not a lot of them, but man, they're still really loud. It's a very nice stadium. So if you get the chance, go check it out.
So yeah, we try to make a big weekend of it, and we also went to the Bulls game. But Thursday, when we checked in, we did bump into a few players. Parker met the Hall of Famer Fergie Jenkins. He met Aramis Ramirez, John Lieber, and Gio Soto. We did catch Lee Smith and Andre Dawson walking out of the convention, and they just weren't having it. What'd they do?
They said they ghosted us.
They ghosted us. They weren't ready to sign the autographs, and I understand it gets a little crazy when the autograph sessions are going on, but they weren't having it on Thursday night, so they were going to wait until Saturday. So, but we did get to talk to John Lieber. He's an old Cubs pitcher, and he talked a lot to us about baseball, and he does some coaching down in Mobile, Alabama, and he has some pretty good tips for you, though. Didn't he, Park?
Yeah. If you ever get to meet Fergie and there's a big autograph session, like there's a ton of people, he doesn't leave until everybody gets that autograph. And yeah, John Lieber told us about some stuff when he came up through the minor leagues and stuff. And yeah, he's a really nice guy. Talked to us for a little while.
Yeah. We did get to meet Aramis Ramirez. You got him to sign a jersey?
Yeah, we were walking, and your friend Doug was like, "Hey, is that Aramis Ramirez?" And you're like, "Yeah." And then we're running up we're trying to get to the elevator and go to our room because the Aramis Ramirez jersey is in there. And this is after the Northwestern game. And we grabbed the jersey. We were running. We were trying to get down there and make sure. And we met him right at the elevator. He signed the jersey, and we went up to the room, went to bed, got up next morning, and did it again.
It was pretty cool. So when we were at the Northwestern game, I seen an alert on my phone from the marquee that the Cubs had some new baby blue jerseys. And at first, I wasn't really digging them until I really seen them in person. And man, they're legit. So Parker, which ones you get?
Dansby.
He got Dansby Swanson. He doesn't have Dansby yet. They didn't have PCA, his boy PCA's yet, because I don't think they could print the numbers on the youth jerseys. But Dad's got one on the way. We got one of those baby blues on the way. We got a PCA coming. But those baby blue jerseys are legit. What do you think, Parky Chop?
I like them. Yeah, at first I was kind of the same way. I was kind of like, I don't know, because I felt like the star was kind of made me kind of not like it. But once I saw it, in person, I was kind of like, it was pretty nice. And I was like, Dad, we got to get one. We're real Cubs fans here. We got to get one.
That's right. And look, here's Parker with the jersey mannequin. And he's sporting it pretty well, just like the mannequin. We didn't put these pictures up, but we did get some pictures of Parker and Bryson. Here we got Fergie. We got Parker and Giovanni Soto and Bryson, and we got Aramis. These were some of the pictures that we did get, and they were really cool, really down-to-earth guys. And They did get those. All right, we're going to move on. Friday, we checked in, we walked, and we bumped into the GOAT, my favorite player of all time, Ryan Sandberg. Guy's a class act. So what'd you think about meeting Rhino?
Very, very nice guy. I really feel bad for him and stuff, what's going on right now. But he's super nice. He gives everybody autographs. He's trying his best, but the thing that sucks is he's getting mobbed. He barely can walk. He can't walk anywhere without someone coming up to him, and these nerds are trying to get his autograph. I'm like, let him be for a second. Let him enjoy the dang thing.
That's true. It was. It's almost gets to the point where you don't really feel like asking him. But I think he was really soaking in this Cubs convention. Hopefully, he continues. Hopefully, he gets better, and he has many more Cub conventions left. And just to see him out there and him with his family, he was having a great time. He really was.
Yep.
So, and also Friday, we got to meet the guys from Locked On Cubs. We got to meet them in one of the side rooms. Parker was on Locked On Cubs a few months back after he did the junior broadcast up for the Marquee Network. He got to talk to those guys, Sam Olber and Matt Cozy. Those guys are pretty cool, weren't they?
Yeah, they're really nice. I like when they have their podcast, and at the very end, they have when I was on the podcast, and then at the end, I was like, "See ya." And now they put that on every single show, and it's really cool. Yeah, they're really nice guys. I was excited to see them. They're excited to see us. Really good guys.
Yeah,
Hopefully
I think
we see them in the future.
Yeah, we also met a few guys from the CHGO podcast, and we met the setup man, and they talked to us about the podcast, and hopefully we can get this thing to grow, and hopefully we can be lucky enough to have those guys on here like they had you on their podcast. So that was really cool to meet those guys, and we also met some of our friends from the Marquee. You got to meet Elise Miniker, Cole Wright, and you got to meet Boog right up there on Friday for the
and JD
Company Center. Yeah, JD. So here's a picture of Parker and Boog, and this was right after. So we walked up there, and there was opening ceremonies. We were actually getting ready to go to the Bulls game, and we noticed that the Marquee was there and setting up, and there were some people that you had recognized, and you went up and talked to them, and they recognized you, and then they let you stand out by the stage, and who showed up?
P. Crow Armstrong, PCA, gave him a shirt. It was really awesome. I want to give a big thank you to Paulie. She's really nice. She's the one that Paula. My bad.
Paula. So what was cool about this, we were kind of toying around in the garage, and we made up a logo for Pete, and Parker was going to put on our sweatshirt, but he ended up saying, Dad, what'd you end up telling him?
I said, let's give it to Pete.
You wanted to give Pete a gift.
I said, go to Walmart, please, and go get a white shirt, and we're going to hot press this on and give it to him. And here's his reaction. I'm showing the picture, Dad.
So here's Pete's reaction when Parker first gave him first gave him the shirt. So that was an awesome reaction right there for him. So after that, then he did pose for a picture with Parker, and there he is with the shirt with him and Bryson. And I think he really liked it. And Parker, you were ecstatic about it, right?
Yeah, I was super excited to give him that. Pete's a very nice guy. He always interacts with me. So
what else was cool is that you posted on your Twitter the shirt, and then Obvious Shirts actually reposted it on their site, and it got a lot of buzz yesterday, and it was it's picking up throughout the day today. So that's pretty cool to see your shirt on there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right. There's the new Cubs hat too. Not only the jersey, but we got the hat. So the opening ceremonies, like I said, we stayed till about 6:15, and then we jumped in an Uber and we headed to the Bulls game. So we did not catch the opening ceremonies, but the Cubs did introduce 2 more inductees to the Hall of Fame, and that was Derek Lee and who?
Sammy Sosa.
Slammin' Sammy Sosa returns to the Cubs after 21 long years. And if you watch the videos, they were incredible. He was running around the stage. Remember when he hit the home run after the September 11th? He was running around the field with the American flag. He was running around the stage with the American flag, and it was pretty sweet. It was definitely a cool moment. But yeah, and like I said, we ended up going to the Bulls game. We won't talk long on this, but we did go to the Bulls game. They got beat by the stinking Hornets. But we want to talk about this picture that we got, and it is this guy, Jello Ball, showed up to the Bulls game to watch his brothers. And Parker, what do you think of his hat?
He's got diamonds all over it. Man,
and what's that? How's that song? How's that song go? How's that song go? Sing the song.
I was swerving that corner. Whoa, whoa.
That's the only thing I know of that song because I don't know. It's not very good. And hey, and he performed. If you've seen it, he performed at the Lions game. They ended up getting beat. So was it Jello's fault?
To the Commanders, rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels.
Dog. And then Saturday morning, well, we get an email on the way to the Northwestern game that we were the lucky ones to win a ticket to meet Slammin' Sammy Sosa. Now we went down early at about 9 o'clock. We had to start waiting in the line at about 9:30, and they were super strict on one ticket. So I had Bryson and Parker with me, and I was like, oh man, what am I going to do with these guys? So I gave the ticket to Parker. It was outside of Don Schuler's restaurant. They said, hey, only one of them can go in. You have to stay outside. And I was like, well, I'm not going to take it. So Parker, you're going to take it. You're going to go in a chance to get to meet Sammy Sosa. And the guys there in that line, the one guy, some of the other ones they were not having it. They were not letting you have Bryson come along. But there was one guy that gave him a thumbs up. He says, hey man, he can go in there with him. So both of you got to meet the great Slammin' Sammy Sosa. And here's the picture.
Sammy Sosa, for one, he is jacked. Holy smokes. No wonder how he hits so many home runs, man. That guy is jacked. And also, so you're only supposed to get one autograph. And Sammy Sosa was nice enough. He said, hey, I'm going to sign up a ton of stuff for these guys. He was like, it's a gift from me. And he signed Bryson's little lanyard. And then he signed my ball, and then he grabbed my hat, signed it, and gave it back to me. This one's not signed. I actually can grab the one that is signed.
Grab it. Let's see it.
And then, here's the ball. Oh, shoot. There we go. There's the ball.
It is. Slammin' Sammy Sosa.
And then the hat. It's kind of hard to see. But there's the hat. So, yeah.
So Sammy Sosa was a pretty awesome guy then, right?
Yeah, really nice guy. Always going to be the greatest home run hitter Cubs history, hopefully.
3 years of 60 home runs. You know, I hope he I'm glad he got to come back. I hope he gets a chance to get a statue outside there, and that number 21 should be hanging in right field for forever, right?
Yes.
All right, we're going to move on to the lines for the autographs. The Saturday morning autograph sessions. We did not. Well, we stood in line one time and we didn't make it through because it was just insane. There's people. If you ever go to the Cubs convention, there's people that sleep in the lobbies. You know, they'll get up 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes they'll camp out all night and pay. You got to pay like $300 or $400 for some of these meet and greets.
Autograph. You don't know who it is.
you'll pay $300-$400 for a mystery autograph. You don't even know who it is, and these guys will camp out. I mean, they're diehards, they're dedicated. But the key is just walking around in the hotel, because you walk around in the hotel, that's where you find them. That's where we get all the autographs.
Nerds.
So that's where you got a lot of your autographs, right, Park?
Yep. That's how I got Ramos Ramirez, Gio Soto, Fergie. Didn't get Pete in the hallway like we normally do, but now he's just, everybody's wanting him, especially the kids, which is really nice because Pete he always signed for guys. So
yeah. So like I said, the lines are just insane. But like I said, he got quite a few guys. So the key is just walking around. You'll find them. They'll bump in there. But security guards, it's pretty tight around there. Sometimes you can get them, sometimes you can't. It's just the atmosphere of being around there, being around all the fans. All the Cub fans are great to be around. We had a lot of fun up there. Yep. I want to bring you to this next thing. Obviously, my favorite player is Ryan Sandberg. Always has been since I was a Cub. Any guys that's late 80s, early 90s that are my age are Ryan Sandberg, diehard Ryan Sandberg fans. And like I said, we got to meet him. We got to meet him a couple years ago too, as well. And last year he wasn't at the Cubs bench because he was sick, but we did get to meet him in the hallway. And one of the really cool things is that we got to ride in the elevator up with him and his family. He was all bundled up and glasses on because, like I said, he was just getting mobbed before. But for the ride up in the elevator with your favorite baseball player was pretty sweet. And I want to bring you to this. I mean, obviously you see on the set here, it says my story with the T-shirt, the elevator ride. Here's a picture. When I was a kid, my uncle took me to a Cubs game for my first ever Cubs game in 1989. And my uncle had recently passed away, but he bought me this T-shirt. I'll put it all up here. He bought me this T-shirt right here. And it was a fathead T-shirt of Ryan Sandberg. And I was able to find this shirt on eBay and take it to the Cubs convention. And I was talking to Sammy Sosa about the story of my first Cubs game, how he's my favorite player, and to bring this shirt up was really cool. And he signed it, talked to me about it. But it was pretty sweet, pretty cool moment for Dad. I'm not much for getting like autographs and stuff, but that's one guy. And there's a couple of them that I'd like to get. Michael Jordan, obviously, but to have your favorite player, Ryan Sandberg, to sign something for you that means something to you like that was pretty cool for me.
Yeah, that's just like me meeting Pete. If I'm on the elevator ride when I'm older, it's just the same. It's the same thing.
It's almost equivalent of you meeting Patrick Mahomes in an elevator. It's going to be pretty sweet for you, right?
PCA, baby.
PCA. All right. No, let's see. We'll go back to the kids' press conference. Parker got to ask another question. He did it last year too. He got to ask the panel of guys up there, and PCA was up there. And Parker, what'd you ask him?
I asked him who was your Mount Rushmore of baseball players, and I asked Pete, what do you rate the shirt I gave you out of 10? And he gave it 11.
Gave it 11. Pete gave it an okay. He loved the T-shirt. You think he'll wear it?
Maybe. He likes it, so I'm sure he will. Maybe it's a bed shirt. Who knows? Parker
did give him a Kendallville Titans baseball hat there last year too, but we haven't seen him wear it yet. But you did bring it up to him, and when you went up for the junior broadcast, you did bring it up to him about the hat.
He still has it. First he was like, I don't know if I do. And then he's like, oh, wait, is it the one with the T on it? And I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, yeah, I still got that in my apartment.
So also another guy that Parker got to meet this weekend, which is like he's on the – well, how can I say this? I know the Cubs fans weren't too happy with this guy. And this is Tom Ricketts, the owner of the Chicago Cubs. Parker, Tom Ricketts was pretty cool with you, though, right?
Yeah, but he did say he didn't hear about my junior broadcasting. He's the owner of the Cubs.
Does he not watch the games now? Is he not watching the games?
Too busy in the pool, or what are we doing now?
So he's got some buzz going around about him. He was on the Score, I believe. He was on the Score talking about the Cubs not, spending what they're getting for free agents and stuff like that. And a lot of the fan base is giving him some heat because he's not spending the money. Kyle Tucker's camp won at 17.5. The Cubs came in at 15. I think they settled for like 16.5 or something like that. But I think bringing in a guy like Kyle Tucker, we should have just given him what he wants, because we want to sweeten it up for him to sign with the Cubs long term. Do you agree?
Yeah, I like Kyle Tucker too. All-star, great player. I don't see how the Astros gave him up, but I was kind of hoping to get Roki though.
Yeah, that's the whole Roki thing. The Dodgers situation is annoying. We definitely need a salary cap in baseball, but their rotation is 5 deep now, maybe even 6 if they bring back Clayton Kershaw, and then they're deferring all this money till later on. And I know the Cubs fans are like, well, why can't we do that? I mean, if you go to a Cubs games, it's super expensive. I mean, just going to the convention this weekend, it's a lot of money to put up to go to this stuff. And I think with the Cubs being in a big market, don't you think we should spend a little bit more and try to get some of these other guys?
Yeah, just for like a hot dog at the games is like $7.
Times about it might be about 12 now. I think a brewski's about $18, $15 to $18 or something like that. How much is a root beer? When did you drink? You drinking root beer? How much is a root beer now? $8? $9?
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know. So, and we got to, and also one of the coolest things that we do at the Cubs convention is bingo. On Saturday night, you get a free card. You go in there, and waiting outside to go in is insane. It's like a stampede of elephants as soon as they open the door, which is like.
So this is what happened last year, though. When we had, say this is the chair, and there's this guy. He jumps right over the dang chair, and he fell and almost hit his face on the ground. And then he jumped over the table, man. I do not know what was going on. I was like, holy cow, man. What's going on here? But
it's just bingo. But yeah, but the bingo is cool because they give out, flags that fly over Wrigley Field. Wayne Mesmer does the host. He's pretty cool. And they do give away some good prizes. They give away a lot of autographed baseballs, a lot of big gift certificates to a lot of the restaurants around there. And they gave away a ton of these flags that what?
Flown over the great Wrigley Field.
But we weren't lucky enough to win at bingo because, if you don't hit in the first 5 to 7 numbers, you ain't winning nothing, right?
No. And oh my gosh, you can read it on the description. Holy smokes. Ryan Sandberg came out, man. Everybody went wild when he came in. And so did me and my dad, Doug and Bryson. Holy cow, dude. This guy, so it's like $7,000. I'm like, no way it gets more than this. And then this guy offers $7,500, then $8,000, then $9,000, then $10,000. He said, and then this guy finally said, I'll pay you $10,100. And he's like,
sold
to the man in blue.
But no, that he's talking about the Ryan Sandberg jersey that got auctioned off for $10,100 to charity, which is awesome. And I think they even gave the guy that bid $10,000 an extra jersey too, because I think they ended up raising like $21,000 for charity. So that was pretty sweet. And also
that I'm pretty sure they said it was game worn and it was signed.
Yep. So that was pretty cool that happened. But Wayne Mesmer did say that that's the first time that he's seen Sandberg in bingo. So like I said before, I thought that he was just, savoring the moment, the Cubs convention. Like I said, I hope he has many more. Hopefully he's back next year. But it was almost sad at times because, that's one of your childhood heroes and you never want to see that happen to anybody, but it just sucks. And, prayers go out to Ryan Sandberg, his family for the battle. Hopefully he battles through this and gets back better than ever. And I wish him nothing but the best. Sunday morning, the kids baseball clinic. You only got a couple more years to do this, Parker. What's your favorite part about the kids clinic?
My favorite part about the kids clinic is the players being there and being able to play around with the kids and me, and they try to teach you some stuff, hitting and stuff. I did get to meet Pete while we were throwing. I met James Torontos doing base running. I hit with Matt Shaw, which was pretty cool. And yeah, so it was a really fun time. Matt Shaw is a really nice guy if you ever meet him. Really good dude. He said he liked my swing, so that's a pretty good, nice compliment, huh?
Hey, man, I hope you hit some ropes this year, man.
Yeah.
If you're getting some hitting advice from Matt Shaw, it's probably better than your old man. Hopefully you grip and rip this year. I'm expecting some big numbers out of you. I'd hate to have to cut you, but I wouldn't do that. But no, the kids clinic is a really cool thing. Like you said, those guys really do a good job at, playing with the kids, having a good time. Then they sign some autographs, and it's something that Parker really enjoys. And like I said, that's the best place that you can meet a lot of the minor leaguers that are coming up, and it's just a pretty cool thing. And it's free. It's free. It's probably the only thing that's free, unless you meet guys in line or you meet guys in the hallway. And so, Parker, what are your takeaways from the entire event? What is your favorite? What's that?
Nerds. People.
People just,
adults.
Adults, obviously adults want, they want autographs and stuff, but sometimes it's a little crazy, man, because they're pushing like crazy. So hopefully that gets better. But what was your favorite thing about the Cubs convention entirely?
My favorite thing about the Cubs convention entirely is probably meeting Sammy Sosa.
Slamming Sammy Sosa.
Yeah,
he was favorite, right?
Again, he was really nice. Cubs legend, man. They better retire his jersey number. If they don't retire his jersey number, we're gonna have some problems.
Yeah, I think they will. But my favorite thing of the whole event was one of it was definitely this moment right here to get to talk to Ryan Sandberg, but to be able to hang out with my son. This is our third year that we've gone. That's my favorite memory of going to this event, is that I get to hang out with my son and enjoy some good memories with him. He's a diehard Cub fan, and it's really cool to see him as a kid love something as much as I did. And one thing else, we did hit a couple grab bags. What'd you get in your grab bags?
I did get a USA baseball shirt. I also did get this sweet bobblehead, Clark. That's awesome. Do you like it, Dad? I like it.
Yeah, so it's awesome. So what's the saying behind the Clarkamania? Do the saying, bud.
Oh man, I forgot it.
What you gonna?
Oh, what's he gonna do when Clarkamania runs wild on you?
And here's a picture of all of us at the Cubs convention. This is me, Park Chop, Dirty Doug Bush, and his son Bryson. We had a heck of a time at the Cubs convention. Can't wait till next year. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this podcast, and hope we're going to bring you more of these podcasts. Hopefully, you guys like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and share it if you would, and just help us out, get this going. And like I said, to all the Cub fans out there, can't wait for the season to start. Go Cubs, go! This is, but yeah, like I said, we thank you for tuning into the show. This is Boyz and Ivy Cubs podcast, and we want to thank you guys for tuning in again. And we wish you guys all the best. And go Cubs, go!
They're saying now, go Cubs, go!
Sing it, Parker.
Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs go to win today. This is
Cubs win! Cubs win!
This is Boyz and Ivy, and we're out.
Great job.